Hello and welcome to Town Watch. So I didn't know she was your cousin. Drop it. I'm your host, Steve McNeil, and joining me in the studio today, we're very lucky to have urban wildlife expert and apparently our producer Karen's cousin, Sam Pamphilon. Sam, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, well, I was actually supposed to be filming an urban wildlife feature in Rio de Janeiro, but MTV pulled the money, so cuts.
Right. Well, Rio de Janeiro's loss is our inestimable, is a gain to us that we can't realistically estimate. Thank you for being here.
Whatever.
Now, later on today, we're going to be going live out into towns across the UK to see what's happening on this beautiful Friday night. But before that, let's take a peek at some of the footage that we captured earlier. Ah, here we go. Now, Sam, what's the collective noun for a group of binge drinkers?
Well, that's a toss.
Of course, makes sense. This is some footage we captured earlier this morning. We've got a bunch of young adults drinking. What's the story with these guys? What's going on here?
Well, obviously, I mean, they're sort of slightly inebriated. They've been out for a little while. Most of the men have taken their tops off to show the full effects of what a diet of nothing but fish fingers will do to you. What actually happens is the men drink the beer and pass the calories on to the females, who then store it around their middles for cold winters.
I can see that. And does the drunkenness of the women help in terms of the gentleman's attractiveness? Presumably there's a direct relationship between the two.
Yes, but that might be hard to believe right now, but to those women, literally all of those young pterodactyl-like boys are actually incredibly attractive.
They probably look like Jude Law. Okay, let's take a look elsewhere now. These are younger TOS members. TOS Club Juniors, Sam?
No, it's a hoodie of utes.
Let's join Claire now, who had the chance to speak personally with one of these utes.
And how old are you?
14.
So where did you get this from?
The internet.
Right. And what did you have to do to get this?
And there's a real
Go on Googles and put in fake ID, and it comes up loads of fake ID.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Claire. And do remember, if you do see any activity in your area, you can email us at townwatchtosserspotter@bbc.co.uk. That's implicit. Or you can tweet us at BBC Tosserspot.
Yeah, and actually I've received an email here from Maureen, and she's in Toxteth, that's in Liverpool.
Awful shithole.
Yeah. And she's been lucky enough to have an entire pride of highly active tossers in her back garden this evening. Apparently, and I'm quoting here, the place is fucking ruined.
Wonderful. Wow, I wish I could have been there to see it with you, Maureen.
They shat in her bin.
Really? I'm being told we can go live now to Birmingham, where I gather a group of females are causing something of a stir. Now, hang on. Surely this is female-specific behaviour, Sam?
No, the walking buttock flash or moony flash is often performed by males as well. Now, this is textbook. The male is proving to the other members of the TOS that the female belongs to him by looking after her while she vomits, and he's doing the comforting back rub. And if we're lucky, we might get to see a hair hold back by the male to prove his commitment.
Is it right that if the back rub goes on for just a fraction too long, it will change from comforting to irritating?
Hell yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, Sam, but I gather we can go live to John now, who's managed to get a few words from one of the females.
I've been sick once or twice, just to be able to carry on the night without being stuck in the corner with everybody going, "Are you okay?"
Don't know about you, Steve, but I totally would.
I'd have to. Yeah, I've got a good feeling about this. And yes, there you go, Sam.
That's classy. Oh yeah, notice how evolution has perfectly calibrated the drinker's elbow for its task.
Isn't nature a wonderful thing? Is there anything in the old saying that we have two hands and only one mouth, so we can only drink half as much as we can hold?
No. Absolutely no scientific evidence of that.
Oh.
Let's get drugs. Let's get drugs. Let's get drugs.
Now this guy's a prick, I believe, Sam.
A total prick, yeah. You can tell because he's obviously gone travelling, because he's got a necklace, which he probably got from some sort of Guatemalan village when he felt he was helping out by digging a well, but actually he was just getting pissed and spreading unknown diseases to village people.
Is this young fella asserting his masculinity with the TOS?
No, that's just some guy kicking a bus.
Yeah, as I suspected, here they are. This is the evening's first appearance by the police.
Yes, nature's regulators of drinkers, easily recognisable by their high-vis plumage.
Not to be confused with fancy dresses, though.
Well, no, police fancy dresses are usually females trying to look a bit naughty.
Oh, that's a lovely shot of the police in action.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite common now to see the male hanging back and allow the female to enter the fray first. Equal opportunities in action in the wild.
Smashing. I'm afraid that's pretty much all we've got time for, but just before we go, any final words from you, Sam?
Don't send me naked pictures of my cousin.
Wise words indeed. Do keep your emails and tweets coming in. Join us next week when we'll be delving into one of the world's most active hives of debauchery and depravity. Will you be joining us for that, Sam?
I'm not going to Glasgow.
Your cousin from Glasgow.
I'm going to cut your head, I swear to God.
Good night.